Hi, my name is Nanda Kundu, and I am basically now from Delhi, though I am born and brought up in Siliguri. So here I am to share my dance journey with you. So it has not been a very easy journey. While I was in Siliguri, I was working with the school in German's Academy. So I was teaching tiny tots, like in class 1 and 2. And then I shifted to Delhi for some personal reasons. And then I was totally out of work. And I felt that I have been totally wasted. So I didn't know what to do. I started I was thinking what is to be done. And then I realized, okay, why not start dancing and take it up as a lesson? Then I started dancing. I enrolled myself in a lot of schools, in a lot of dance schools, basically Shamak Davar, basically Ashley Lobo in one of the prime schools. So, and then I realized that, yeah, this is what my calling is. So I started dancing. People noticed me. My teachers noticed me, and they realized that, yeah, she's got some potential, and they started wanting me to join the company. But I thought it is too premature. I need more training. I need to work hard on myself. So then, especially in Shamak Dawar and Ashley, they came to my class because the word went around that, okay, she's got potential. And they realized that we need to put her up in the company. So they gave me scholarship. And that is how my passion for journey for dance started. But I was not healthy because I was diagnosed with this disease called, it's a gyno disease called endometriosis, which was at level 4. So this is a very sensitive and a dark phase in my life. I get a little emotional talking about this, but nevertheless, because my words, I want this to be an encouragement for everybody who's going through the dark phases in their life. So as I was diagnosed with endometriosis grade 4. So this is a gynae problem, which is not very common. So the doctors, my gynae had told me that you'll have to go to a complete hysterectomy. So hysterectomy is removing all your female organs, the reproductive organs. So I was very, very young at that time. I was just 20, and which was going to be very, very difficult for me. So I said, no, I want to just wait and see. And I was actually crippled with pain. And for me, standing up and dancing was out of the question. So then I met my guru. I have a lot of masters who have trained me, but I call this person as my guru because he is my life coach. What he has taught me in my life is what I carry forward in my life. So my family support, and the ethics of my father has taught me, not because I don't want to be a quitter. I want to keep on and on because God only helps those people who truly put in a lot of effort. So I met my guru, and he kept on encouraging me. He told me, you take one step at a time. So he was a Latin ballroom dance teacher. So obviously what he taught me was Latin ballroom. As we all know, Latin ballroom is to be performed only on heels. So me standing up was a problem. Wearing heel is the next level problem. And dancing and performing on heel is a third level problem. Now, once you do Latin ballroom in the advanced level, you'll have to do a lot of flips and you'll have to do a lot of acrobatics. So anyway, at that moment, I was not even thinking on those terms. I was just thinking, let me get my basics and my fundas right. So once I started performing, I started getting up. He told me, you just keep walking and listening to the music. So he kept on and on and on. I took one baby step at a time, just one small step. I used to go to my classes because I had to be on drip most of the time. So I had to go to the hospital, take a drip, put the cannula on, go to my classes, do the class, go back, be on a drip, and then take rest and then do it. So I carried this on. Then I was operated while this was happening. So I took some days off, then again went back. In my classes, I fell down. I started foaming through the mouth, but I did not give up. So most of the times I was on the cannula, I was on the drip and the cannula was there on my this thing. Then slowly I started feeling little better. But meanwhile, all this time I was totally under the care of my gynae, who was Dr. Sheila Mehra. She started monitoring me very, very closely, and she said, you are slightly recovering, but I cannot give you any kind of promise. My muscles were very, very weak. So as a dancer, you need to have very, very strong muscles. So I used to land up every second day with any kind of muscle injury, be it my leg, my back, or something or the other. So I used to tape those muscles. I used to tie my waist with a very, very tight cloth so that it doesn't move around much. And in Latin ballroom, you'll have to use a lot of hip movement. And your hip has to move a lot. So this used to hurt me a lot. But what I used to do is I used to tie a very tight cloth around and then start dancing. So, but there were injuries, but doesn't matter. I used to go to my doctor, get my injuries taped, and go back to my classes. So this is taking one step at a time, one step at a time. Then my guru told me, now you have got the technique right, now you need to perform. I was totally shaken up. I said, performance on stage at this way. He said, I still remember what he said. He said, unless I throw you to the ocean, you will never be able to swim. I need to challenge you. You put on your shoe and girl, go to the stage and rock it. So that was a performance. I had almost 800 to 900 full house capacity and I performed. And in the choreography, he had put in a lot of flips and jumps. I put my fear away. I said, let's see what happens. And I did it. Of course, I was hurt a little bit, but what boosted me was the confidence. I realized if I can do this, everything is going to be easy for me. My family was sitting on the front row and they were looking at me with clenched teeth that will she be able to, because if I cannot manage this, then mentally I'll be broken. So that was one big challenge which I gave to myself. I managed it. And then there was no looking back. I just moved on and on and on. Then after a couple of months, I went back to my doctor. My doctor checked me and she was surprised. This came out in a medical journal that this is a miracle which has happened, that she is totally disease-free. It came out in Times of India, Delhi. It came out in Hindustan Time, Delhi. So I just think that it is your courage, it is your support system which can make you do. Miracle does happen in everybody's life. Here I am standing in front of you and all healthy, all well. So don't feel disheartened at this time. Don't feel disheartened at this time. Miracles do happen. I have named my school after him because he's no more now. His name is Kiran Kalanoria. So one of my friends took him to him and said that, okay, you don't feel depressed. You need to go and meet him. Just meet him. I said, I cannot dance. I cannot get up. So forget about dancing. So they told me, doesn't matter, you go and meet him. So once I met him, I saw this very frail, thin, dark guy with lot of marks on his arms. So looking at him, I thought maybe he's into some kind of substance abuse. But anyway, I later on came to know that he is dancing with only one kidney. Both his kidneys have failed and he was being donated the kidney from his father. So, as we all know, because once you are living on a donated kidney, you cannot drink water much. And you have to be. So, the marks on his arms were the marks of his dialysis. So, and also you cannot drink water. So, every week he used to go for dialysis 2 and 3 times. And he could not drink water. He used to perform and he used to rehearse for 8-9 hours without drinking a drop of water. Once I saw him, I realized this man can do this with only one kidney and the other one almost failing. So why can't I? So I told him, I went to him and I told sir that I cannot get up, I cannot stand, I cannot walk, but my life is dancing. So what do I do? So he said, don't worry, you come to my class and you sit down, you loiter around. So that was the day which my whole life turned around. I went to the class, the music started, I managed to get up, I took one step at a time, and I started working with him miraculously. Even my doctor is surprised now that I am totally cured of this disease. I have nothing left and I am dancing full on now. In fact, with his blessing, then I lost him. Yeah, let me go back and tell you, I lost him. So this was about 10 years back. He left me with only 2 students. So with his blessing, I've named my school after him. Now I have almost 700 students. Also I choreograph, I travel all over the world. There is no problem with me. I am much stronger, much better, and most importantly, a much more better human being as I was. Not to forget, in all this struggle, the most support I got is from my family. I want to say this to everybody. It is not possible for anybody to move on in their life alone unless you have a family support, a family real strong support who believes in you, who believes that, yeah, you can do it. And that is how you start believing in yourself and you realize that even I can do it. So I want to say this to everybody, any artist now. Okay, so let's come to the present time, that in this time of COVID, everybody's job has taken a pause. Not only me, every artist in this world has taken a pause. But do not let yourself feel distressed, do not feel negative. Keep doing, even I keep doing videos, I keep uploading them, I keep my mind engaged, because today or tomorrow things will be okay, and then you'll have your mind and your courage and your self-belief to move on in life. I want to encourage each and every artist, every local artist, every artist, that do not lose hope. Keep doing something. Do not feel dejected. Do not let your mind be vacant. Keep doing something creative. Whether it brings you commercially, whether it is profitable commercially or not, it doesn't matter. But keep on doing something. God will be kind on you. You will shine today or tomorrow. I've been working with a lot of wedding portals. I do a lot of weddings. I do a lot of classes. I used to perform. I started my journey as a performer. Then I went on to teaching. I had done this workshop with Mr. Brett Lee, the fastest Australian bowler in the world. And this was for a sports watch launch. He was so humble. He came to me, he spoke to me, and so I was very, very touched. So I have also done workshop, ad shoot with the Pepsi ad shoot for the Indian cricket team. And these people also had a lot of fun with me, and I choreographed with them. So some of them have 2 left feet, but it's okay. They joked at themselves, and we had a good shoot. And that is what has made me feel very confident about myself, and it has made me forget about all my past struggles. And believe me, I mean, like, any kind of struggle now is no struggle for me. Any kind of hardship now is no hardship for me, because that's how it is. So, and unless you burn in fire, you will not be a diamond unless it is there. So a coal can only become a diamond only if that coal is burning in fire, and only then you become a diamond. So don't give up. I want to encourage every one of you. All artists at this time should come together, be together, keep encouraging each other, because this is the time we need each other's back. Do not think whether I will be commercially profitable in this venture or not. Do it. Don't think of commercial now. You will be commercially viable, maybe later, but not now. So that's okay. So as a performer, as an artist, it requires a lot of hard work. Nothing comes easy. Trust me, people look at us and they think, most of the people actually ask me, oh, you're very lucky. So what do you actually do? So I tell them that I am a dancer choreographer. So they ask me, the next question they tell me is, what else do you do? So I want to say everybody that this is a very big job. It's like a job like any other job. And we have to work really hard, and it is a full-time job. What you see is that 2 hours of teaching, but there is a lot of work which goes behind that. You have to do your homework. You have to keep yourself fit. Our diet has to be very controlled. We'll have to work on each and every part of our body. We'll have to make ourselves strong. We'll have to save ourselves from injury. Secondly, you have to, as a choreographer, we have to build up a personality which everybody likes, a personality which people can relate to, a personality which people feel that, okay, she is one of us, she is going to help us out. No matter how talented you are, no matter how good you are, unless you are a good human being, you are nothing. Thank you.